Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to talk to you about Rock Dog 2. So we were huge, fans of the first one. And so it was kind of cool to see, the sequel come out and everything. And so I just kind of wanted to ask you, what made you interested in voicing Dharma?
Yeah, I I feel like the uh, Rock Dog, the first one, didn't really get. I'm from Canada, so I don't know if it just kind of went under the radar a little bit. But actually, my
Mhm.
niece and nephew introduced me to it, so I saw the first one, and yeah, like a little while later, I got an audition coming into Voice Match, the woman who played Dharma. So those are always tricky auditions because it's like
Mhm.
bring your own thing to the character, but to have to
Mhm.
kind of voice match someone else, it's a little bit. It's just yeah, it's a bit of a challenge. So yeah, I went in and did the audition, and it went really well. And yeah, I mean, I was so excited to be able to continue the legacy with Darma, and it's just such a fun script and really awesome cast, and everyone got to record together, which was
Oh,
such a
nice.
great thing, which we haven't been doing for the last year and a bit. So
Right.
yeah,
Right.
it was just a really cool project to be a part of.
That's awesome. Was there anything that you did to prepare for Dharma's role at all?
Well, it's cool because it's kind of like a little bit parallel with my life. I'm a musician as well, and I've toured in a band for years and years in Canada and in the States and in Europe as well. So it was, I felt like I embodied her a little bit, although I'm missing the fox ears. Um, yeah, I think that it was just kind of cool to be able to take my knowledge of that whole world, of the whole like music world, and
Mhm.
people trying. There were times in my career where there was actually an instance where our band got noticed by Gene Simmons from Kiss.
Oh, wow.
And he flew to Vancouver with a
Oh
film
my
crew
gosh.
and like took us out. What we did a showcase for him, and he was trying to kind of contort us a little bit and like make our band really what it wasn't. And he had a whole meeting about the music industry and like music business and how I needed to wear more makeup.
My gosh.
Yeah, it was weird. It was like it wasn't really. It didn't align with our band values really at all. So we were just an indie
Right.
Canadian band. So yeah, that was a really weird time of night. So I kind of the character that's trying to kind of morph Bodhi into this person that he's not, and he doesn't really see it until later on in the story. Yeah, there was a lot of parallels there. So yeah, it
That's
was just really cool to kind of be able to voice that and have that experience.
that's awesome because I was going to ask you because the film is musical, it's musically inclined, musical oriented. If you were, great as at a particular musical instrument or if you sang. So I was going to ask you, what
Yeah.
was your favorite musical instrument to play?
Well, funnily enough, I grew up playing the flute, which as a singer songwriter isn't the best instrument because you can't really play and sing at the same time. But
Right.
it became kind of a part of, we have this West Coast indie band called Hey Ocean, and it kind of became a part of this like kind of pop folk band that I played in for years. So yeah, the flute actually was like a little bit of a, I don't know, gave a little bit of like a magic, something different to the band. But yeah, flute was my first instrument, and then I started playing guitar and writing songs on piano a little bit. And I actually have this has been a fun instrument for me.
Oh,
It's a kalimba, African
okay.
thumb piano. So
Oh,
yeah, I've been
wow.
writing some stuff on here. Just anything I can get my hands on, really. I like to mix it up.
Yeah, that's awesome. Were you guys able to actually like record stuff with the band while you guys were doing the music and stuff like that, or was that kind of like separate?
Yeah, that was all separate. So
Oh.
yeah,
I was like, that would have been awesome.
would have been great. Yeah.
Everybody just rocking out, right?
Yeah. That would have been so cool.
Um, so I guess my other question for you is what are you hoping that audiences take away from this sequel because I mean, it's been a couple years, right? It's been since like 2016 since the first one came out, and now, we have the sequel. So, what are you hoping that audiences take away from the sequel?
Yeah, I think just the message that to stay true to yourself, and there's always people that are going to tell you to, you know, act differently, or follow this certain path or that certain path. But I think just, yeah, listening to your inner tuition, and yeah, staying true to that person inside you that probably knows best, especially in the crazy world of entertainment. But yeah, and just a lot of fun. Like, it's such a fun storyline and so many funny characters. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. A lot of laughs were had in the studio recording it. So yeah,
That's awesome. That's awesome. I was actually going to ask you too, what was your favorite scene to film or voice?
so hard. There were really a lot of good ones with Andrew Francis, who plays oh no, I can't remember the Groot. Not Groot. That's not his name. I'm just gonna sneak a peek. Andrew Francis, who plays my bandmate, who's like
Yep.
kind of the kind of,
Mhm.
he's a bit of an airhead. So yeah, he had a lot of one-liners that were really funny, and just, yeah, just be. I mean, right now, the thought of being in a room with an entire cast of people, like rubbing shoulders and sharing, energy, it's like there's nothing that compares to that. So I can't wait till we get to go back to that time, because right now recording as a voice actor it's been a lonely time. It's been
Yeah.
very isolating and very sanitized, and all of the protocols going on. But yeah, there's nothing like recording in a group of people, and having that energy of the story just being able to be told in real time. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's my favorite, just being with people. I miss people.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how like everything has definitely changed, but it's definitely cool to see how things are still coming along and people are still making like, movies to make us laugh and everything. And I will say that my kids loved it. We actually had a marathon because my kids were two, well, my oldest, he remembers it, but my youngest, he was born in 2015, so he doesn't have a recollection, the first one. So we're like, yeah, let's start with the first one and
Yeah.
go to the second one. So I'm curious, do you think there'll be a Rock Dog 3?
Oh man, I hope so. That would be very, very cool. I'm sure they could come
Yeah.
up with some other crazy adventure to go on.
Would you be up to playing Darma again?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I would be over the moon to re-engage with that story and with those characters. So let's just hope the people will speak loudly with the reception for this movie. So yeah, we'll see. Never say never.
Yes. Well, we'll see what happens, but but I thank you, Ashley, for taking your time with me and answering my questions. I appreciate it very much.
No problem.
And I'm so excited for everybody else to get to see this and everything. So
Cool.
um
Tell your sons that Rainbow Dash and Applejack say hello.
yes, I
Yeah.
will definitely
Okay.
tell them that.
And that
And I
their
will
mom's
show
really
them
cool.
this video. I will show them this video for sure.